Well, Germany's health ministry says it expects to receive 11 million doses of Pfizer-BioNTech's COVID-19 vaccine by March. 3 to 4 million of those vaccine doses will be available as soon as January. As Germany waits for delivery, the government's announced a strict lockdown for the rest of the holiday season, starting from Wednesday until January the 10th. The country recorded nearly 30,000 new infections and close to 600 deaths from COVID-19 on Friday. The strict lockdown conditions will include the closure of non-essential shops, the shutting down of schools and the prohibition of public alcohol consumption. Europe's largest economy plans to cushion the economic impact through $13.3 billion in support for businesses.
The goal remains, and I would like to emphasize this here, being able to trace contacts again. That means we need a rate of 50 cases per 100,000 people per week or lower. This all has an impact on the Christmas holidays. We know this, but we are forced to take action, and that is what we are now doing.
Well, for more on this, our correspondent Sibel Karkus joins us now from Stuttgart. Welcome back to the program, Sibel. Now, this lockdown has been announced during what would normally be a crucial and busy time for Germany's businesses, particularly the services sector. Can you tell us more about what's been announced and what impact these new measures will have on the economy there?
Well, Germany has applied its emergency brake. They're seeing how new infection rates have been rising in the past weeks. So as you just said, the new lockdown, the stricter lockdown will go into place on December 16th until January 10th. All non-essential shops will close. And this especially affects the Christmas markets. There's no public alcohol consumption allowed anymore. There will be no Christmas markets. And retailers say, and trade associations expect retail sales to decline about 60% in December alone due to this second stricter lockdown. And this also means about $15 billion of income that will be lost. So to cushion the effect, the German government has again extended its debt level, which it usually doesn't like to do, but it was forced to do that earlier this year during the first wave as well. And it said it will cover costs, fixed costs from affected businesses up to 90% or around up to $500,000 a month, with a total of around $13 billion for the second shutdown.
Germany was praised earlier this year for its success in handling the pandemic and really bringing infections to a halt, but it seems those gains have now all unraveled. What went wrong? Just how bad is the situation now?
Well, yes, at the beginning, Germany was still possible to trace back all the contacts, but seeing that numbers after the first lockdown went down slightly, you can tell that people maybe didn't take it too serious anymore, but also the government itself lost a lot of precious time. Even for the first light lockdown that was implemented in November, the government and the 16 federal states, they had problems agreeing on set uniform measures. And also during the whole year, you could see mass protests of anti-vaxxers, anti-maskers that gathered with like tens of thousands of people in Berlin, in Leipzig, and that's why you could see an increase in daily new infections again. And at the moment, last week, we saw a record new spike in daily infections of nearly 30,000 new cases and around 600 new deaths. So the second lockdown was definitely necessary.
We know the vaccine that's currently being rolled out in the UK, the US and Canada was developed by the German biotech firm BioNTech, founded by Turkish scientists. But it's ironic that Germany isn't really getting that vaccine now. Can you tell us more about when we can expect that rollout to begin in Germany itself?
Well, unlike the UK and as an EU member, Germany has to wait for the approval of the European drug, regulator, EMA, and it expects that approval until the latest December 29th, and it hopes to start its vaccination drive in January. Germany has already started constructing hundreds of mass vaccination centers. It will use ice stadiums, sports stadiums, and all big places it can get to start this mass vaccination process. But what's a hurdle, officials say, is the cold storage requirements of the vaccine. It needs to be stored at -70 degrees. Also, officials have said they are struggling to find trained medical staff, as already health staff the number of health staff is already insufficient in hospitals during the corona crisis. And officials have also said they aren't sure if people will want to get vaccinated. So it remains to be seen if Chancellor Angela Merkel will reach her goal of getting around 60 to at least 70% of the population vaccinated next year.
Yes, Sibel Karkus, thank you so much for that update from Germany.